Hey folks, this is IOEther, and as you can tell, this is yet another tank company game. However, unlike previous ones, this is actually one I'm just running in instead of running. This is Commander, whatever. The guy who's running this thing is KaosDog Saint. He's in one of the other Cromwells. Nope, he's in the other one then. Way over there. And so he was calling the shots, and before we actually get going. So he wanted the heavies to push down the one line, he wanted them to hold it. He wanted them just to shove down the one line as hard as they could. And just to kind of get all the way down there as fast as they could. The T-150, the VK, and the Hellcat were heading into town, like the the F5 area, to try and hold that Abbey, the courtyard that's in there. And Cromwell's, well, we are taking the 8 line. Basically, we're just to put the pedal to the floor and don't stop rocking. This is one of the things I love to do in the Cromwell, is just to put the pedal down to the floor and let this thing fly. Though honestly, the idea of running down the one line in only a couple of Cromwells is kind of what gets the blood going, because if we hit the normal heavy push from the other team, we're pretty much screwed. We can take out a lone heavy. We can even take out a couple of heavies. We can't take our own push. So getting to this point, not having seen a single enemy tank, we know that this side is free, which means that there's a major push somewhere. The one line still hasn't encountered anything, and even our center hasn't encountered anything. Now at this point, Chaos told me to halt, and we're going to kind of bunch up before we headed out there. So now we're in fixed camera, and you're going to see everything I see from now on out. So that's Chaos over there, doing the spotting. He just wanted to see what was around that corner, and he's taking pot shots at the back of the ARLs. That's me just making sure there wasn't anything already trying to sneak up. So now Chaos has told the heavies to pull back, and they're gonna start to do that. And we're just gonna go after this Hellcat. And I'm sorry for any lag in the video. That seems to be a glitch that happens once in a while in the recordings. Didn't actually happen in the game. So you saw that explosion off that rock there. That was actually, I think that was the Artie firing a shot.
Critical hit.
Now I thought I had a bit more backup than I actually did right now. So I'm a little bit harder on this VK than probably should.
Enemy armor is hit. They killed our driver. We're covering his position, but not very well.
That shot was a little bit clearer than it looked like it was, but not much. At this point, because of the fact that we're tapping, or they're being capped, sorry, Chaos told us to ignore the Artie and just get back to base. We do have enough of a presence back to base that we are resetting things. Chaos has decided that he's going to go back to kill that lone Artie. And he's saying the other two of us back to base to help clean up. Our team is actually shoving really well, and keeping them pinned down and just kind of eliminating them one by one. both of those Cromwells are popping up in places that the enemy doesn't really expect anyone to be popping up. So we got a couple of free shots.
Enemy armor is damaged. Gotcha.
And there we go. Game over. Fast, fun, and well, it was a good game. So, this game actually was a lot more action-packed and a lot faster than some of the other games, and definitely more than I expected. I don't actually have a stat screen to show you because this was a fast-paced company battle, and we jumped into the next game before I had a chance to grab anything. I also didn't really think about it at the time because I was having so much fun. I did score pretty high. Obviously not as high as some of the other team mates, but definitely, I mean, I got a kill. I can't remember what I killed. Oh, right, the VK, obviously. I did, what, 752 damage at this point in the game. I do a little bit more by the end, so about 1,000 damage in the game. It's not half bad. Didn't make too many mistakes. I went a little bit harder this VK than I really should have. I didn't realize that both my friendlies were circling around behind him. I thought I had one of them with me. Brazel, I thought, was right on my 6 as I hit that VK. If I was paying a little bit more attention to my minimap and aware of my surroundings, I would have realized he had actually circled with Chaos. But, you know, whatever. It happens. You will notice, obviously you did notice, that we just kind of ignored the RD once we dealt with the VK. The more pressing thing was the cap. If our KV-1Ss had stalled on the push up to the cap, or if they'd been pinched and, you know, the ARLs were raining fire down on them and they couldn't get up to the cap, then the then these 3 Cromwells would have been instrumental in resetting and securing the cap, because we could have snuck up behind the enemy and put shots into their backside. Now obviously we would have needed at least 1 reset in order to get over there, and we got it. But if the cap hadn't been able to be secured by those KV-1Ss, then the Cromwells would have been needed back at base. And honestly, when it comes to the cap or, you know, an RD, go decap, right? If you got the speed, the Cromwells definitely have the speed to get back. The other thing is, of course, because this is a tank company and we are all working in unison, or pretty close to it, ignoring an RD is just, you know, the commander tells you to ignore the RD, ignore the RD. We pulled a win out because of it. I don't know if that artillery expected one of the Cromwells to come back at him, but it definitely happened, and you know, he definitely died. But in a pub match, that probably wouldn't have happened, because, you know, one of us would have decided to just go back anyways, or you know, pub matches are, well, pub matches. Things happen that really shouldn't happen and make you groan as you watch your team slowly fail. But, you know, this is why it's a tank company. I wasn't really surprised to see them all push up through that way. Their entire team pretty much pushed up the 6 line, straight up that road in the valley. I think they sent a Hellcat and one other thing, maybe a maybe a VK into the actual. No, the VK was here. It was 2 Hellcats. 1 Hellcat came back. That's what it was. Into the Abbey proper, and then 1 Hellcat circled back to take us out. So it was kind of weird. I don't think I've seen that too often. Obviously it did punch right through, but then we circled back and killed them, so I don't know. Overall, I think we had the better strat. We definitely had the better teamwork and coordination. And in the end, we pulled that win. So, that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Have a good night, and this is the IO Ether out.